What if I told you one of the oldest food preservation methods in human history might actually be healthier, tastier, cheaper and better for the planet than a lot of modern processed snacks? And no, I'm not talking about protein bars, meal replacements or expensive superfoods. I'm talking about sun-dried foods. From raisins and dates to sun-dried tomatoes, herbs, chilies, fish and even fruit leather. Humans have been using the sun to preserve food thousands of years. But today most people think of sun-dried foods as pizza toppings or trail mix ingredients. That's a mistake. Because in this video I'm going to show you why sun-dried food deserve way more respect. By adding them to your diet could improve your health, save you money and make your meals taste incredible. Sun-dried foods are exactly what they sound like, sun-dried. Fresh foods are placed under sunlight and naturally dehydrated over time. The sun removes most of the water content, which helps preserve the food without needing heavy processing or preservatives. And this isn't some trendy health hack. Ancient civilizations in Africa, the Middle East, Asia and South America all used sun-drying long before refrigeration units existed. Why? Because it works. When you remove moisture, bacteria and mold struggle to grow. That means food lasts longer while still keeping much of its original nutrition. And unlike ultra-processed foods, sun-dried foods are actually made from just one ingredient. Fruit, vegetables, herbs, fish, that's it. One of the biggest advantages of sun-dried foods is nutrient concentration. When water leaves the food, many nutrients and plant compounds become more concentrated. And this is where things get really interesting. A lot of sun-dried foods contains antioxidants and polyphenols. These are natural compounds that help protect your cells against oxidative stress. And why does that matter? Because oxidative stress can damage cells over time, including damage to DNA. No food magically heals DNA overnight, but foods rich in antioxidants may help support your body's natural repair systems and help reduce the damage caused by inflammation, pollution, stress and poor diet. That's one reason researchers are so interested in diets rich in fruits, vegetables, herbs and plant compounds. Take grapes for example. Turn them into raisins and suddenly you've got a smaller food packed with natural sugars, fibre, iron, potassium and antioxidants. The same thing happens with sun-dried tomatoes, apricots, dates, figs, herbs and peppers. Sun-dried tomatoes, for example, are loaded with lycopene, a powerful antioxidant linked to heart health and cellular protection. Dried berries and fruits contain polyphenols that may support healthy ageing. Dried herbs can actually contain more concentrated flavours and beneficial plant compounds compared to fresh versions. Studies even suggest that certain antioxidants may help protect cells from DNA damage caused by free radicals. Vitamins reduced during drying, yes, especially vitamin C. But overall, many minerals, antioxidants, fibres and protective plant compounds stay intact remarkably well. And compared to highly processed snacks, sun-dried foods are usually the better choice. Let's be honest, a lot of modern snacks are engineered to be addictive. They're loaded with refined sugar, artificial flavours, preservatives, cheap oils and excess salt. Meanwhile, sun-dried foods often deliver sweetness and flavour naturally. Craving something sweet? Try dates. Want something a bit savoury? Sun-dried tomatoes or dried mushrooms. They can add intense flavour to meals. Need energy? Raisins and dried fruit give quick carbohydrates without the chemical ingredient list. Now obviously moderation matters. Some dried fruits are actually quite calorie dense because the sugars are concentrated. But there's a huge difference between eating dried mango slices and eating brightly coloured sweets. One came from fruit, the other came from a chemistry lab. Another reason sun-dried foods are underrated: shelf life. Fresh produce spoils quickly, but drying food naturally can make it last for months. That means less food waste, fewer supermarket runs, more emergency food options, and better travel and camping snacks. And if you've ever thrown away spoiled vegetables from your fridge, you know how much money gets wasted on food every year. Sun-dried food helps to solve that problem. Plus they're lightweight and easy to carry. That's why hikers, travellers and even ancient traders relied on them for centuries. This might actually be the best part. Sun-drying intensifies the flavour, because when water disappears, the taste becomes richer and more concentrated. That's why sun-dried tomatoes taste way deeper than regular tomatoes. The sweetness becomes sweeter, umami becomes stronger, and the aroma becomes more intense. The same goes for dried chilies, herbs, mushrooms and fruits. A tiny amount can completely transform a dish. And honestly, a lot of professional chefs already know this. That's why dried ingredients show up in cuisines all over the world. Modern food processing often strips foods down and rebuilds them with additives. Sun-drying is different. It's simple. Use sunlight, remove moisture, preserve the food. That's it. No complicated industrial processing. Now, of course, not every store-bought dried food is automatically healthy. Some brands add extra sugar, oils or preservatives, so always check the ingredients, sometimes just one. And if you really want full control, you can even dry foods yourself at home. If you've never really explored sun-dried foods before, here are a few ways to start. Add raisins or dates to porridge. Toss sun-dried tomatoes through pasta or salads. Use dried herbs for stronger flavour. Snack on dried apricot instead of sweets. Blend dates into smoothies, or add dried mushrooms into soups, or use dried chilies in sauces. Small additions can make a huge difference. There's also something kind of incredible about sun-dried foods. They connect us to older, simpler ways of eating. Before giant factories, before ultra-processing, before ink labels that look like chemistry equations, humans figured out how to preserve foods using the most powerful energy source available: the sun. And modern science is starting to confirm what traditional cultures already understood. Foods rich in natural plant compounds can help support cellular health, healthy ageing, immune function, heart health, gut health and protection against oxidative stress, which basically means helping your body defend and repair itself every single day. Not with some futuristic supplement, but with real food. And somehow in the modern world, we forgot how smart that actually was. Just to add, you can also include sun-dried foods that have been added to things like marinades or flavoured oils like sunblush tomatoes from the deli counter, or peppers or garlic. So no, sun-dried foods aren't magic, they are practical, nutritious, flavourful, long-lasting, and in many cases way healthier than the ultra-processed foods most people snack on every day. So next time you're shopping, maybe skip one of the processed snacks and try something that humans have trusted for thousands of years. If you've enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe and comment below. What's your favourite sun-dried foods? Thanks for watching, see you on the next one.